Core Set 2021 Collector Booster Box out of stock at $209.99 on Card Kingdom. Let's see what we could find it for on eBay. Here it is, Core Set 2021 Collector Booster Box. Buy it now. Price plus shipping lowest first. $228.99. After tax, this is going to be about $240. That comes out to about $20 a pack. I know you're interested in it. We're going to talk about it. Is Core Set 2021 Collector Edition worth it? The video starts right now.
Special thanks to our Patreon supporters who power our channel. Check out our Patreon for monthly giveaways, exclusive content, and even a starring role in our fan fight series. Link in the description below.
Hello and welcome to the day. Thank you for spending your time with us. I'm Jake. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. Today we're doing one of my favorite kind of videos. It's an educational video. We're going to be talking about Core Set 2021 Collector Booster. Is it worth it? It's a lot of money. Everybody has an opinion. I have one for you today. In this video, I'm going to do my best to be as concise as possible. When Theros Beyond Death came out, I did a collector booster review for that product, and when Ikoria collector booster came out, I did a review for that product as well. I'm going to talk about this product in comparison to those products, and I'm going to talk about the key differences. And then make sure to stick around until the end of the video because I'm going to give you my opinion on what collector booster I think is the best one so far. Before I get into all of this, if you like these collector booster reviews, click like, click subscribe. It lets us know that you like these videos and you want me to continue making them. So right now we are over here on eBay. We're looking at the lowest buy it now price for Core Set 2021 collector boosters. It is $228.99. That'll end up being around $240 after taxes. So you're looking at just about $20 a booster pack. Now that we've got that out of the way and you know what your barrier of entry is, let's go over here and briefly talk about this article, Collecting Core Set 2021. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this article. Everything I talk about, I'm going to link in the description of the video. So make sure to check all of that out down there if you want to do any research yourself. Historically, these collector products have been very confusing, and this article is no different. They tell you everything that's available in this product, and then at the bottom they offer what is most likely the most concise breakdown of it, which is this chart, and then they have a couple other important blurbs that I'm just going to read right now. In a pack of Core Set 2021 Collector Booster, you are always getting a minimum of 4 rares or mythic rares. In about 45% of the time, you will get 5. Each pack will include 11 foils, plus the foil double-sided token and 4 non-foil cards. In draft boosters, we continue to feature exciting borderless and showcase treatments for non-foil cards. One in about 3.5 draft boosters will have a showcase or borderless card. They break this down, but the main thing that you need to know is extended art cards are found exclusively in Core Set 2021 collector boosters. That's the only spot you're going to find the extended art cards. Every collector booster has a 1 of 53 non-foil extended art cards with a chance of getting up to 2 additional of the 52 foil extended art cards. The foil Ren and Siri inseparable can be obtained at your local game store via the Buy a Box promotion. If you go to this article, make sure to come down here and read, because this breaks down what cards come in what packs. I'm not going to break that down for you in this video. I've done it in previous videos. I'm going to link them, and I want you to check them out, because when Theros Beyond Death came out, I did a video comparing Theros Beyond Death to Throne of Eldraine collector boosters. And there's been a trend that happens in every single one of these situations. Every time one of these new products comes out, we have all of these variants selling at just really overpriced price points. Alright, so these are Ikoria Collector Edition. This was published on April 25th, 2020, so I would have probably filmed this video around 2 or 3 days prior, but this was before the Ikoria release. Everybody knows Ikoria was pushed back, but you can see these prices here on these triomes, these foil prices. This is Card Kingdom. I'm going to go ahead and go to Card Kingdom right now so that you can see real time the difference in prices. So keep in mind, this was April 25th, 2020. We're going to go in here in the Card Kingdom, Ikoria variants, and we're going to go price high to low, and we're going to go ahead and hit foil here, price high to low. So definitely some changes originally, but when you look at these prices here, and I know it's a little hard to make out, there we go. So you can see Vivian, Monsters Advocate, Fiend Artisan, Extended Art Foil. Let's see what Fiend Artisan currently is. I'm sure it's going to be up here. It's out of stock at $49.99. In this video, it was $69.99. So this is all hype. It's all hype and been FOMO. Lurrus would have been much lower because we didn't know the power level of Lurrus at the time. Here we go. Vivian, Monsters Advocate, $37.99. In this video right here, Vivian, Monsters Advocate, foil borderless, $59.99. So big difference in price between $59.99 and $37.99. We're looking at the Triomes here. It is out of stock at $32.99. So let's go ahead and look at one of the foil prices for a showcase Triome. All right, so buy it now. Price plus shipping lowest first. We need to find a foil one. So here we go. Ketria Triome, foil $35. Buy it now. Zagoth Triome, $36. Buy it now. On here, in this previous video, let's get to those Triomes. There we go. Here we have the Triomes. We have Ketria Triome, $54.99. $54.99 for Indatha. So you could just see here that price is dramatically different. Now, I'm not saying that the Triomes are not great cards. I want you to go check out this video. I'm going to put it in the cards right now. Is Ikoria Collector Booster worth it? This is going to give you a really good breakdown. It compares itself to Theros, and it also compares itself to Throne of Eldraine collector products. But this goes in and it does a good breakdown. But now what I want to talk about is Core Set 2021 and the big difference in Core Set 21 from these other products. I like for these videos to be used historically as reference points so that you can go back and you can look at them and you can see where the prices were in those videos compared to where the prices are now. In a lot of instances, it's always best not to pay the overpriced FOMO prices when the product is coming out. Granted, there are some cards that are going to have a power level that maybe you could buy early, a power level that goes undiscovered until later, and then the cards do shoot up in price and you're able to hit a profit. But a lot of the time, if you just take that budget, we have a $240 budget that we're either going to buy a Core Set 21 collector product, or we're going to take that $240 and in this hypothetical sense, we're going to spend it on singles. So I've shown you this price of $228.49. Here's Theros Beyond Death Collector Booster Box. This was $199.99 here. This is where the current Theros Beyond Death Collector Booster Box price is, $199.99. This is the price you can buy it for. Very quickly, before we talk about the main differences in the Core 21 product and these other collector products, I want to show you where the price of these products are now in comparison to where they were. Theros Beyond Death, $199.99. So I have another video that I want to talk about. I'm going to put this video in the cards. This is the first review that I did. This was, is Theros Beyond Death collector booster worth it? And it's essentially just comparing Theros Beyond Death and Throne of Eldraine collector products. So you can see here, $239.50. This is where pre-sale prices were, and this was on January 16th, 2020. You can see where the pre-sale prices were, $239.50, and I'm showing you right here, right now, $40 less. Factory sealed Theros Beyond Death Collector Booster Box. This is the OG. It commands a little bit higher price point. Price plus shipping lowest first, and you can see $291.95. Let's take a look at why this product commands such a high price point. We go here to Card Kingdom, Magic Editions A to Z. And there's a lot of people that are going to be watching this video and you're going to say, I already know all of this stuff. You know, there might be some things that you haven't thought of, some tips in this video, some ways of seeing these things happening in real time. This is for a lot of people who may be new to the game. People who think just because a card is foil and it's flashy and it has a cool variant, it's going to be worth a lot of money. I want to debunk that kind of stuff in this video. I want to show you that in a lot of instances, it's better to just take your bankroll and buy singles that you want later. A lot of people aren't going to keep a lot of these cards. A lot of people are going to open these packs and they're going to sell the stuff they don't want, and they're going to sell it dirt cheap on eBay. And if you take that budget, you can find some really good prices on some cards. So very quickly, we're talking about Throne of Eldraine variants. We'll go foils and we'll go high to low. So the big thing about this is you have Fabled Passage. This is a card that we're getting back in Core Set 2021. You have Great Henge, huge EDH card. Brazen Borrower, the showcase frame. You can see the showcase frames are going to be very different in each of these products. That art is going to play a part, but a lot of these are just different skins on different cards. Oko, absolute tyrant of a card. You also have very powerful cards like Embercleave, Questing Beast, Emery, Rankle, bunch of cards that got banned out of this. But then the castles. So the castles, and this is the most important thing with these collector products, are the lands. I think when you look at these, there's going to be a lot of cards in each of these collector products, your commons, your uncommons, your rares, that are just jank. They're just bulk. They're foil, but I don't care. But the big difference between this and Theros Beyond Death is because Theros Beyond Death has Scrylands. They just don't hold the same premium that these castles do. And the castles are very niche. They really only fit into certain decks, but they are still more interesting than the Scrylands, which is probably why Throne of Eldraine is held to a higher premium than Theros Beyond Death is. And now very quickly, let's look at Ikoria. Let's go buy it now. Price plus shipping lowest first. We have a sponsored item. Let's get past that. And here we go, $271.95. So let's go to this video, the video that we started out with. Is Ikoria Collector worth it? This was on April 25th, 2020. Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths, Collector Booster Box, 12-pack sealed 214.29. So what is it about Ikoria Collector Boosters that this has gone up from 214.29 to 271.95? Well, I'll tell you, it's a couple things. And this is going to be the main thing that you need to know in this video before you buy core 2021 collector boosters. Ikoria has a really interesting theme to it, and that's Godzilla. The licensing, everything about this product is really successful in a lot of ways. Aside from Companion, which even with the failure that Companion has kind of been and the tweaking that it has needed, it still doesn't really cause this product to fall short. So Ikoria coming in hot at $271.95. Throne of Eldraine at $291.95, Theros at $199.95, and of course $228.99, about $240 after tax for Core Set 2021 boosters. So why is it that Throne of Eldraine is the most expensive, Ikoria is right behind it, Theros kind of falls flat at $199.95, having lost money since it came out originally. And then Core Set 2021 at $228.99. What will it do? Will it go up? Will it go down? Well, right now, I'm going to tell you why I think it's going to go down in price compared to previous products. Here are the Ikoria variants by price high to low. So the big thing that we need to examine in each of these products is what are the eternally playable cards, or what are the chase cards, and then what are the lands like. Ikoria is really interesting because it has Godzilla licensing, so a lot of the variants are going to appeal to a wide range of people. It's going to appeal to Godzilla fans, it's going to appeal to Magic fans, and then also very good cards came out of Ikoria, like Fiend Artisan, Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. Ikoria also had Space Godzilla Death Corona, which is really interesting because it's a discontinued name because of what is going on with coronavirus. But when you get past all of this, you get to your triomes, and you could just see them here. They're all about $10. So when you have lands that are in your rare slot that are actually really, really good, the triomes, they have 3 land types that you can tutor them from. So using any fetch land, you can grab any of these triomes. It really opens up the possibility of what colors you can splash in certain formats. You can't do it in Pioneer, but in Modern, now you can tutor up these triomes, and it brings whole new meaning to brewing, which is really interesting. They also cycle, which is a huge deal. So look at the prices. Let's just say about $10 per triome. Now let's compare that to Scrylands, which was in Theros Beyond Death. Let's go over here to eBay. Extended Art Scryland. So look at that. $5 for an extended art Scryland. The Scrylands are very specific. They're used in certain decks. Most of the time they're played in standard. When they're in standard, they're popular in the decks and in the colors that you can play them in. But when you look at, and it's right here, it's right in front of you, 5 triome land, full set, altered, full art extended showcase. These are not the foils. You can see $55, 50-cent shipping, so $55 for that. Or you can buy all 5 of the Theros Beyond Death extended art Scrylands. These 2 eBay listings made this point really easy for me. You can just see that the Scrylands are worth far less than the triomes. They appeal far less. So when those are the lands that you're getting in your collector product, you're going to be a lot less enthusiastic than you are when you're pulling one of these triomes that you can either cycle or tutor up and have just a lot of utility. Now you can see here, Extended Art Castle, MTG. Now certain ones of these are going to have, let's go price plus shipping lowest first. Certain ones of these, you can see Red Castle, but White Castle $750, Blue Castle $775, and then you get up to Black Castles around $9, so about $10 for that. So these castles have a significant price difference between the Scrylands as well. These are going to be a lot more appealing than those are, but not in my opinion, as appealing as the Triomes are in Ikoria. So this is where we get to, we're finally going to talk about Core Set 2021. I know that we've talked about a lot of different stuff, but here we are, we're at Core 2021 Collector Booster Contents, and let's just look at the spoilers here really quick. Core Set 2021. Now, if you watched those previous videos that I put in the cards, and you came back to watch this, and I really do think it's important to put in that kind of effort before you go out and spend $240, unless you just have $240 to spend. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. But if you looked up this video and you are interested in it, I do think it's important to watch those two videos and then come back and watch this video as well. It's going to really help you make an informed purchase on whether or not it's worth it for you. Here we are. Here are the big cards of MTG Core Set 2021. Now remember, we're going to be getting these in special treatments. We're going to be getting them in showcase treatments. We're going to be getting them in borderless treatments. We're going to be getting them in special frame treatments. It's going to be the whole thing, but it's just going to be a different bag of the same stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is the lands that are in this, because we were just talking about the lands. So let's go all the way down here, and you can see we do have Fabled Passage. Thankfully, Fabled Passage, which is one of the chase rares out of Throne of Eldraine, also appears in this set. This looks to be the standard fetch land that we're going to be seeing for the foreseeable future. It's a great card. I'm stoked about it. But once we get past all of these rares and we're starting getting into jank rares here, cards that are going to go much lower, we finally find our Scry lands. $1.49. So these are just 99 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents. Like, people don't want them. They're good, they're playable in standard, and then after that, they're just slow. Eternally playable lands, they need to be fast. Think shock lands, fetch lands, check lands, fast lands. All of those lands, they come in. These ones, they have to come in tapped. So unless you're using like an Amulet of Vigor that's going to untap them, which a deck that plays Amulet of Vigor isn't going to want these Scry lands, or if they do, it's going to be really weird fringe playability. But that's the big difference in this product. So let's go back to the top here. I just showed you all of the lands are jank compared to the castles. We just talked about the Scry lands compared to Theros Beyond Death, which Theros Beyond Death also had Scry lands. Theros Beyond Death had great powerful cards like Uro and Kroxa. There's good stuff that came out of Theros Beyond Death, but those are the chase mythics. You're really hoping that the chase rares, the special rares, the lands, the cards that most likely you're going to see, you really hope that there's going to be a lot of hits. So we're here now. We're at Core Set 2021, and the first thing I want to say to you is don't be fooled by Grimm Tudor, okay? Grimm Tudor is a card that has one printing. Starter 1999, and then the other printing was online. In 1999, there were a lot less people playing this game than there are now. So that should tell you everything you need to know about this card's price. It is scarce. You can already see right here, $29 is around where the Core Set 2021 price is of Grimm Tudor, and I think it will go lower. You can see here on Card Kingdom, they are selling it for $44.99. They don't have foil prices yet, but this is the classic case of Imperial Recruiter. Imperial Recruiter was originally printed in Portal 3K, and it was also a Judge foil. Until it was reprinted, these cards were 200 plus, 250 plus for these cards. It's because Imperial Recruiter had only been printed these two times, and those printings were so scarce that it had such a high price point. It's the same thing that we're seeing with Grimm Tudor. Imperial Recruiter came out. Now you can find it it's out of stock there, but let's go on eBay. I always have to talk about Imperial Recruiter in these videos, just because it's important. That's a sponsored item. So here it is, $33.99, $34.99. Here's one for $45.95. So it's creeping up to around $50. But again, very big difference between $250 and $300 for that foil. And those prices were affected as well with the reprint. Grimm Tudor, the thing that you need to know about Grimm Tudor is it is played in EDH. It is the worst tutor of the good tutors. When you think about the good tutors, we're talking about stuff like Vampiric Tutor and Demonic Tutor. It does put the card into your hand. It doesn't put the card on top of your library, so that is also good. But 3 is about the threshold of a good tutor. After that, you get into Diabolic Tutor, and Diabolic Tutor costs 4, and that is just way too much. It's all about mana efficiency. That's what people like about Grimm Tudor. For the people that want tutors, and it's going to be played mainly in EDH. Obviously, it's going to be played in Standard and Pioneer, but the card really just isn't that powerful. It is a chase card because of scarcity, because of this one original printing in Starter 1999. It is a great way to sell cards. Let's go back in here, sort by price, high to low. Ugin, next up, after Grimm Tudor, Ugin. It's a dragon. It's going to have some really, really cool art. You can see it over here in the special borderless treatment. It also has an alternate art frame here as well, which is very cool. Another card, only printed in Fate Reforged, and then it's printed in a promo pack at a very high rarity in the Ugin's Fate promo that came out with Fate Reforged as well. And then Ugin was also printed in War of the Spart Mythic Edition, which was a huge debacle and holds a very huge premium. We could show you the difference in price here. Fate Reforged has already gone through a huge correction, but you could see War of the Spart Mythic Edition, $159.99. The promo, the Ugin's Fate promo, this has dropped a lot. It's now at $119.99. You could see the alternate art variants right here, and then you could see Fate Reforged has gone through a price correction as well, and now this is $34.99. I expect the price of Ugin to actually go lower as well, as it is a card that is also scarce. So looking at the Core 21 variants here, we've talked about Grimm Tudor, we've talked about Ugin. We have Teferi, which is appearing in so many different variants, just like a lot of different variants. I'm not going to expect this Teferi to have a huge impact on the set. The looting ability is actually really good. The phasing ability, it's yet to be seen how good that is. The -10 is excellent on the card, but how often do you get to a -10? Other than that, we have, Liliana, we have Chromatic Orrery, which is going to be a really powerful card, Elder Gargaroth, but all of these cards, and I'm just showing you, you're looking at these prices. People bought out Fabled Passage because they know that it's good. All of these prices are likely going to go down. These variants, all of these showcase variants, it's just the kind of thing, like, there are good chase cards in this set, like Azusa, but it really is just going to come down to those lands. I don't think that this price is going to go up a lot based on the cards that I'm seeing in this set, especially when you get past all of the rares, all of these cards that if you watch those other videos, you can see that the card prices go down for a lot of these. And when you get past all of these, you're just looking at, your Scry lands, which are, $3.99, and that's on Card Kingdom. You can find them for cheaper elsewhere. So we've talked about a lot. I want to go over here, and let's say with our $240 budget, right? Let's say we took that $240 budget, that budget that we would be spending on Core 2021 Collector Booster, and we go on to Throne of Eldraine variants, sort by price, high to low, foils, and then we just decided, let's take $240. We're going to buy a foil extended Fabled Passage. We're going to buy a foil extended Great Henge, which are just two of the best cards that you could pull out of these sets. And then you could take that last $40 and you could buy, couple foil castles. Foil extended Torbran. I know this is a lot of information to take in. This article, if you read it, it's really confusing, which is why they have to break down at the bottom right here, which is, to recap, how do I find all of these cool cards? Extended art cards are found exclusively in Core Set 2021 Collector Boosters. You need to know that. The extended art cards are found exclusively in the Collector Boosters. You're not going to find those in Draft Boosters. However, the Draft Boosters do have showcase cards, and they have borderless Planeswalkers and reprints. All borderless Planeswalkers and reprints can show up in Draft Boosters and Collector Boosters. So keep that in mind as well. The reason you are buying the Collector Boosters is because you want to have a chance at pulling the extended art cards and the foil extended art cards. That's what you are trying to get out of the Collector Boosters. So if those cards are not interesting, like you have to think, if you buy an Ikoria Collector Booster, you could pull a foil showcase Triome, and if you buy a Core 21 Collector Booster, you could pull a foil extended art Scryland, which is going to be worth about, $7 or $8 compared to about $30. Make sure you read this recap. Make sure you read this entire article. Make sure that this is the product for you. Let's talk about this list really quick. We're going to go over it very fast. One foil token. That's not really factoring in. This is a $20 pack. Okay, so for $20, you're going to get a foil token. The foil token doesn't matter. The 4 foil commons or land, that does not matter. All of these commons, because there are so many foils that are being printed in these collector boosters, the foil commons, the foil uncommons, it's going to be very, very once in a blue moon where one of those is expensive. I believe, the Mystic Sanctuary that came out of Throne of Eldraine, that common is sold out at $4. So once in a blue moon, you're going to get something like this, or like Mystical Dispute. This is uncommon out of Throne of Eldraine. It has a $6 price, despite the fact that it was printed a lot in collector boosters. Once in a while, you're going to get a good foil common or uncommon, but don't depend on that. 1 foil showcase basic land. Here's a set of 20 of the full art foil, 4 of each basic land type for $47.95. This was from Theros. Here are the foil showcase basic lands that came out of Theros Beyond Death. These are all around $2-3 for mountains, for plains. Here's a forest for $3. Free shipping. You have to think 2 of these were coming out of every single pack. In core set, you're going to be getting 1 foil showcase basic land, so that is a for sure guaranteed thing. I would expect that land to be around the same price, maybe a little bit less. Here's a reminder of what the showcase basic land looks like. This is it right here. Very cool showcase frame. 1 non-foil extended art rare or mythic. I just want to show you really quick how bad these extended art rare or mythic prices can be if you don't hit one of these chase cards. Here's a recent set. Getting past all of the look at all of these showcase prices, okay? These are all non-foil showcase prices for all of the really cool stylized Ikoria cards. Like Parcel Beast is an excellent card, and it's 39 cents for the showcase. It's just because so many of these are printed. Everquill Phoenix, that's a rare, 79 cents. Here's one. Offspring's Revenge, extended art, 99 cents. These are rares. So when you see this here, when it says 1 non-foil extended art rare or mythic, that means that it's going to be stuff like Inspired Ultimatum, $1.49. Labyrinth Raptor, $1.49, and that's a good card. Lavabrink Venturer, $1.49. I don't need to show you all of them, but I'm showing you a few of them so that you can see it. If you are new to these products, you need to know this. When you look at something like this list, this looks like a lot. This looks like a lot of good stuff. Like, you're spending $20 on this. You want a lot to come out of it. But I'm just showing you 2 foil rares or mythics that could be standard frame or extended art frame. We all know that you can hit jank foil rares. All of these rares, these rare foils, let's just go into the main set. Let's get past all the cards that have any kind of good price. Boom. And on the second page, we're looking at cheap rares. Kahira, $2. Lutri, $2. Rare, $1.79, $1.49. Now at this point, any rares that you're seeing are 99 cents. Rare, 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 rare. So when it says, yes, you're getting foil rares, yes, but it could just be jank foil rares. Look at all of these rares we're passing. So you could see it here, 50 cents rares. It's because so many rares are printed in these collector products at foil that it just tanks the overall price of most of the set. Lab Raptor. This is a card that I was really excited about. It's a 50-cent rare. So before a set comes out, you have all of these people that are theory crafting. They're like, oh my gosh, this deck is going to do this thing because I read this Reddit post and I had this conversation with this person on Gatherer. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. When you look later on, you could just see the price of most of these sets historically drops. 2 non-foil showcase, common or uncommon, or borderless uncommon. So I just showed you all of those showcase cards from Ikoria. Ikoria variants, low to the high. These are all the uncommons and commons for 25 cents. So you're guaranteed, here it is, 2 non-foil showcase common or uncommon or borderless uncommon. You're guaranteed to get 2 of these. So you're guaranteed to get about 50 cents back from that area. Now you have 1 non-foil showcase rare or mythic or borderless rare or mythic, including planeswalkers. So that's going to be cool stuff like Containment Priest. That's going to be stuff like possibly the Ugin or the Grimm Tudor. Then you get 1 foil showcase common or uncommon or borderless uncommon. All right. So that is going to be, like a good way that I can show you how bad of a whiff that can be. Go down here to Theros Beyond Death variants. You go price high or low to high, and here's all of our showcase variants. They're all about 25 cents a piece. And so that these were the demigods that came out of this set. Annex has a little bit higher price, but even though Annex is super good, just because it was overprinted, it's super cheap as well. And then you get 1 foil showcase common, uncommon, rare, mythic, or borderless uncommon, rare, or mythic. This is where you could hit really big. You could hit the foil Ugin, the foil Grimm Tudor. You could hit the foil variant. I'm just saying that it could end up being a foil showcase common or a foil showcase uncommon. There's a lot to take in. I want you to read these articles, but remember that core set 2021, you have to think about the lands. You have to think about scarcity. This comes with scrylands. They are not as cool as castles. The scrylands are not as cool as triomes. The scrylands are just scrylands. There are some big hits in this set, like Grimm Tudor and Ugin the Spirit Dragon and Azusa, and fun and functional cards like Solemn Simulacrum. But But it's important that we remember that Grimm Tudor is high in price because of scarcity. Is this Chase Mythic helping to sell this set? 100% it is. But that Chase Mythic is only super expensive because this is the second time ever that it's been printed. So just looking right now, if you came over here, you could take that bankroll, that $240, you could buy the Grimm Tudor straight up borderless for $79.99 and the Teferi for $59.99, and you wouldn't have even spent close to $200. You could even buy the Ugin. And so you get the 3 chase cards, Grimm Tudor, Teferi, Ugin, straight up for under budget. Or you can roll the dice. You can open a bunch of Scrylands. You can maybe open a Grimm Tudor. Maybe you even open a foil Grimm Tudor. We're going to see how the price of that card corrects over time. I'm just saying, a lot of the chase cards in this set are because of scarcity. A lot of the prices on these cards are overhyped right now because it's the brand new set. This is something that always happens when a new set comes out, is people go, oh my gosh, the new set is out. It's the most groundbreaking set that's ever happened. This set will stop time because it's Teferi Master of Time. It will undo time. Time will be undone. And these cards will be the most coveted ever cards in the history of Magic, which is false. There are good cards in here that are helping sell this set, like Massacre Worm, Azusa. Basri is a cool new card. We'll see how well it does in the future. Gadrak. But these prices, a lot of these prices are going to go down on these cards. Heroic Intervention. This is an excellent EDH card. This is another card that is helping sell this set. We have new Chandra. Baneslayer Angel returns. Containment Priest is now legal. So there's a lot going on with this set, but I'm telling you, it's just more of the same. So really quickly on this list, 1 foil token, meh. 4 foil commons or land, meh. 2 foil uncommon, meh. 1 foil showcase basic land, meh. 1 non-foil extended art rare or mythic, could be good. 2 foil rare or mythic, could be okay. 2 non-foil showcase common or borderless uncommon, meh. 1 non-foil showcase rare or mythic or borderless rare or mythic, most likely meh, but it could be okay. 1 foil showcase common or uncommon or borderless uncommon, meh. And 1 foil showcase common, uncommon, rare mythic or borderless uncommon, rare mythic. This is where you can really hit, and this is where, if you're spending $20 on a pack, and if you open, absolute heat in all of these slots, you could open, a $60 to $100 pack, or even, like a $120 pack. But if you open and flop in all of these slots, you could spend $20 on a pack and get about $5 in cards back. So we talked about a lot today. It's a lot to take in. Make sure to check the description because there's a lot of interesting information in there. You could go in there, you could read the articles, you could check out what we've talked about today. So I teased earlier in the video to stick around because I was going to reveal to you which collector booster I think is best. And I think if you can't tell from the video, that it is Ikoria collector booster. I think that because Ikoria has these iconic Godzilla variants and also the triomes. I put a lot of emphasis on lands today because those castles that came out of Throne of Eldraine, the triomes that came out of Ikoria, they are just so much more interesting than the Scrylands that came out of Theros Beyond Death and the Scrylands that are coming out in Core Set 2021. Core Set 2021 does have Grimm Tudor, it does have Ugin, it has a bunch of different variants of Teferi. We didn't really get into a lot of those different variants of Teferi. I think, that's just kind of a gimmick. It's just a bunch of very small tweaks on the same art. So I expect that card to show up just about, as much as we would expect any other mythic to show up. I don't think it's going to affect the overall price of this product immensely. You can't really depend on mythics to show up in your collector booster, but you can depend on rares. And when you are depending on rares like Scrylands compared to rares like triomes or castles, it's just immensely different. Again, if you like these videos, click like, click subscribe. It lets me know that you want me to continue making them. And also, I want your feedback. Let me know if there's something I missed. Do you want me to be more brief? Do you want me to be more in-depth? I want this series to evolve so that every time we get a new collector product, I can bring you the best information. I'm never going to tell you that a product is good if I think it's bad, and I'm never going to tell you I think a product is bad if I think it's good. Based on my years of experience, I've been playing this game for more than 10 years. I've been collecting seriously for at least 5 years now, and I try to just bring this information to you. I don't want to paywall the information. I just want you to have it so that you're not needlessly spending money on products that might not be good in the long run. If you did have money to put toward a collector booster product, I would put it toward Ikoria. Or take that budget, take the $240, wait for people to start mass opening this product like they always do, and then cherry pick singles. I'll quickly show you how to cherry pick singles. Here, it's literally this easy. So you're going to go foil Grimm Tudor. The day that people start opening all of this product, when they start going crazy, you're going to go foil Grimm Tudor, you're going to search, and you're going to go buy it now, and you're going to go newly listed. Or you could go all listings. If you want to bid on an auction, you want to do an auction, just go newly listed. And then you'll see them pop up. You'll see foils pop up. You'll see the different art variants pop up, and you can see if a price works for you. And I'll tell you honestly, you're going to want to wait, like a month after this set comes out. That's when people are going to have opened a lot of it. You're going to start to see these cards start to bottom out. And by that time, a new set will be coming out. And people will have forgotten about this set. People will have been like, oh my God, Grimm Tudor? I don't even care about Grimm Tudor anymore. Grimm Tudor? Grimm Tudor who? No one will care about it. So wait, put on your patience pants, and buy these cards when they aren't completely overpriced. Here's the price of Grimm Tudor as of June 12th, 2020. $44.99 pre-sale. Take a screen grab of it. I want you to look at it in a couple months after this set is out. All right, I'm tapped out.